We are at a point in the city of Detroit to where we've got to embrace new ideas because we've been doing things the same for so long. Part of embracing new ideas comes acknowledging the fact that you have to embrace new people. The internship experience here is all about bringing in new ideas, bringing in the people, and making an impact.
Fresh ideas and fresh faces are what is going on in the mayor's office. Interns from far and wide are here to assist with the initiatives that the mayor has put in place. They collect from Harvard, University of Michigan, Michigan State, and beyond.
My name is Kayvon Jackson.
My name is Delaney Ryan.
My name is Tiger.
I'm Tim Devine.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Rising.
My name is Tiffany Crawford.
My name is Ray Batra.
My name is Brian McMillan.
My name is Neil Tombe.
I go to Purdue University.
I'm going to be a junior at the University of Michigan.
A student at Harvard University.
I go to the University of Michigan.
I am a student at the University of Michigan.
I go to the University of Michigan.
I'm from China, Shanghai. I go to a all-male liberal arts college in Indiana called Wabash College.
I am a dual degree master's student at the University of Michigan.
I am a master's student at the Ross School of Business.
I'm currently majoring in finance and accounting.
I am double majoring in communications and international studies with a concentration in government and economics.
I have a major in financial mathematics and a minor in economics.
I'm studying psychology.
I'm a student at the Ford School of Public Policy. I also have a minor in political science.
I'm majoring in journalism and communications.
I'm studying public policy, it's my major, and I'm minoring in urban studies and business.
Pursuing both my MBA and my master's in public policy.
My concentration, I guess you could say, is focusing in strategy and innovation within the business school.
When I was in college, the opportunities that were presented were mostly in the private sector and in the nonprofit sector. And not many opportunities were presented in government. In the city of Detroit, the private sector and the nonprofit sector have done a much greater job at opening up opportunities for young people. This entire experience just started off with the assumption that if we opened up opportunities for young people to explore what a career opportunity might be in city government, would they come? And the overwhelming response was yes, and absolutely yes.
I had the opportunity to work in the mayor's office on the lean process teams. And the goal of the lean process teams was to look comprehensively at all the different processes within the city to streamline operations and make it easier not only for the employees of the city but also the citizens of the city. Specifically, I worked on the fire and EMS side, working to reduce EMS response times, the ambulance response times in the city, and at the end of the day making it easier for the medics and EMTs to do their job.
I've been primarily work with the jobs and economy team. I'm mostly focused on foreign direct investment as well as manufacturing initiative. So through my project, I created several leads. We've been set up meetings with a lot of investment banks in Chicago, as well as some potential real estate investors.
I enjoy my experiences, whether it was lunch with the mayor, whether it was meetings, sitting in on meetings where big deals are being discussed and talked about, meeting everyone. It was very enlightening, I guess.
I worked on a project involving innovation districts that's new coming into the city. I also worked on another project right now revolving around the Detroit Water and Sewage Department that's been really interesting. And we've even had an opportunity to work on some of the lean teams, improving processing of business licensing and other things.
The city of Detroit has gone through many changes, some of which have been how the city is operated. New and innovative ideas are always a plus for any business, as you may know. So to hire in people who have those ideas work well with the way that the mayor has implemented new initiatives.
The internship culture that we've established here is in perfect alignment with the culture that exists in the city of Detroit with this group of people who are moving here and a group of people who are making the conscious decision to stay.
Firstly, when I was started, I'm kind of worried about the social securities, the quality of life as City of Detroit. But after getting to know people at downtown Detroit, around the neighborhood, actually, I feel like it's a really welcoming city. Everyone is really genuine and really welcoming, and I find it's a really good city to be living instead of what the actual media talks about it.
I didn't grow up in Detroit, but I'm from Michigan, and coming from a different part of the state, you hear a lot of mixed things about the city. I've always had pride in Detroit, but actually being here and meeting the people who live here and getting to experience what they live like and their struggles and their challenges and the things they do well has been really great. If anything, I feel better about the city and the direction it's heading after completing my internship.
Previous to coming to Detroit, I lived in California, and I was a member of the San Francisco Fire Reserve. I had the opportunity to pitch my own idea in Detroit. I put together a proposal back in December before I had even started in the mayor's office and reached out on my own to some of the key fire leaders and also union officials to pitch my idea for Detroit Fire Reserve. And so over the 6 months leading up to my internship and then over the time in the mayor's office, I was able to spearhead a project to attempt to begin a fire reserve here in the city of Detroit.
Growing up, I didn't really come to the city unless it was for a Tigers game or a concert or anything like that. And then having come from Ann Arbor, a lot of people that I know go to cities like New York or Chicago. Nobody really comes to Detroit to work. But Detroit, for me, had always been kind of a city where it's becoming more and more professional. It's becoming a bigger city, definitely more of a work environment that more people are headed towards. And I wanted to be in Detroit while it was on this upswing.
I lived in and spent most of my time in Midtown, downtown, maybe a little New Center, maybe a little Corktown. But I've realized since being here that there's so much more to the city and its people than just the neighborhoods that you can go to a bar or restaurant in. The neighborhoods are a huge part of the city and a hugely important part of the city.
I have more love and respect for the city of Detroit. I'm a longtime Detroiter. I'm not born and raised here. I'm actually from the East Coast. But I have spent a large part of my life in the city of Detroit. And I understand what it is that they're going through, but their resilience and the dedication of the mayor has made me want to be an agent of change. So being here and having my hands in many projects that would perhaps change the face and the image of the city of Detroit, working in the communications and services department, it makes me proud to say that I actually had an opportunity to work with the city, in the city, with the people, for the people. So that was exciting for me.
Our interns are coming here and they are being a part of the solution. They are making the type of impact that you can only read about in your textbooks. But here, they're actually partaking in a movement that is really going to shape the future of the urban experience, not just here, but in other parts of the world.
Our group of interns ranged from people that were still in high school to people like myself who are in graduate school. And we really worked as a team, and we worked with people who are fantastically bright and passionate. We worked on issues that really, really mattered, and we weren't doing the typical intern work that lots of interns have to do for their entire summer. We were in meetings with senior officials in the government, senior officials in business, and with the mayor himself.
My experience surprised me. I expected to come in as an intern, perhaps running errands, doing some paperwork, something that would be great to have on a resume. Well, it turns out that not only was my mind stretched, but I learned that I shouldn't come in closed-minded because many doors opened for me while I was here.
I think it's impactful. You're not actually running copies or pushing papers. You're actually, a lot of things you've been doing actually have the intrinsic positive impact you can actually see from the work you've been doing every day, and you can actually see and everyone's been working towards the same goal. So you can actually see the stuff you're working on, and that's really meaningful to me.
The mayor's office is interesting because you really get a chance to interface with a lot of different departments within the city of Detroit. And then I'd even take that one step further. If you want, you can have the opportunity to go out in the city, outside the office, to meet with key leaders in the community to make things happen.
The best moment for me was our presentations for the final presentations for the Lean team. The mayor ended up coming and I had made all the PowerPoints. It was cool to see his reaction. I think he was very pleased and impressed by the work we had done, and it was a proud moment for me.
My most memorable experience was probably all the people we got to meet. We got to travel all around the city to different locations, especially on this water project, and really have an opportunity to help people and make policy changes that are going to be for the better.
My experience here, my opinion on it is that it's the best job I've ever had. It was very challenging. It was very fulfilling to be working for a city that I know and love very well. And I definitely was able to grow my skills a lot and really test myself in ways that I think other of my colleagues from school weren't able to do in the traditional MBA internship program.
My general direction was to go into news, channels 2, 4, and 7, one of my favorite local stations. But having been here and having had that chance to meet great people in the department, from the cameraman to the mayor of the city of Detroit to the residents of the city, I now want to be in a political career and report the news from that standpoint. So go into it awaiting for great things to happen every single day. Never think that you would be just pushing pencils and papers in this department, because that's not what this mayor's administration is about. So I would highly recommend the experience to anyone willing to do it and challenge them to put their best foot forward.
Through this internship, I've known a lot of people I would even imagine know. I remember when I was watching the movie Too Big to Fail, the U.S. Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson's been making a lot of big moves trying to save the market. I can't even imagine after two years after watching the movie, I actually got a chance to meet him in person, talk to him about how we can better save Detroit in terms of attract foreign direct investment at a conference. For those students who are really interested in public services and economics development, I definitely recommend them to take this internship.
You're going to work hard, but what you're working on is important, and it impacts real people who will be relying on you and the people you work for. And if you can do some good and also do something for yourself, which is work with the people who we have here, who are grade A and who you can learn from, I think it's good all around.
I would definitely recommend this internship to anyone looking for any background in public policy, business. We've got to work with a lot of people in a lot of fields, and it's been great even just learning how to communicate with people and solve problems.
It's a great learning opportunity. You will be blown away by the things that are going on in the city. You'll be amazed by the efficiency of everyone working in the office.
There is no better time to get involved in this community and the work environment here than right now.
This was a remarkable opportunity for us in city government to be able to interact with the next generation of leaders. We've gotten people from all across the country, from various different backgrounds, and they've contributed famously to driving forward some of our initiatives.
Have you ever thought what the business of the mayor's office was like? Are you a student at a university or at a high school? Well, you can come and work with the mayor and find out just how it is he handles his business. Internships are now being accepted, and we're looking forward to new faces and fresh ideas to put those plans in place. If you would like to participate in the internships at the mayor's office, please contact us at www.internship@detroitmi.gov.